everyone, I'm Savannah and this is Uniscent. We are all about fragrances. We do fragrance reviews, hauls, comparisons, collections, designer, niche, and Middle Eastern fragrances. Today, I'll be reviewing Bvlgari's Man in Black Parfum. If this sounds like something that would interest you, please consider subscribing and turn post notifications on. Let's get into it. So I'm going to look at both the original Eau de Parfum and then the Parfum so I can compare both of them just so you get an idea of which one smells like what and how they compare to each other. So firstly, if we look at the notes of each of them, then in the EDP, in the notes we have in the top spices, rum and tobacco, in the mid, leather, iris and tuberose, and in the base, tonka bean, grey wood and benzoin. And in the Parfum, in the top, we have spices and elemi. In the mid, we have iris and tuberose. And in the base, we have dark woodsy notes and CM benzoin. So smelling the Parfum, it is quite a spicy fragrance. I really enjoy this fragrance. I think it's very sexy. It's quite a spicy fragrance. It's quite warm and resinous with a ambery kind of undertone. It's quite woody as well. There is a sense of powderiness, which is obviously coming from the iris. So you do get a little bit of a powdery note in there, but it's not super strong. So don't be concerned if you're not a massive fan of powdery fragrances. It's just a little bit there. It's just lining the fragrance. It's not overpowering it at all. You don't get a massive amount of powder when you smell it. So the spices in this remind me a little bit of Spice Bomb, the spices in Spice Bomb. I know the EDP also on Fragrantica is also similar to Spice Bomb. So the spices in it remind me a little bit of Spice Bomb. In the Parfum, I kind of related a little bit more to the new Spice Bomb dark leather, not the leather aspect at all, but the spices in that fragrance. The benzoin and the elemi also come through quite strong, which is quite nice. I like elemi as a fragrance note, so I really like that in it. This is quite a dark fragrance, so it's very sexy. So when I actually got my boyfriend to smell this fragrance, it was quite funny what he said. He literally said to me, he was like, this fragrance needs buttons. So if someone were to wear this fragrance, I agree with him. It's not a casual scent at all. It's definitely for dates, for special events, somewhere where you want to smell sexy and mysterious, and you just want to smell really, really like dark and sexy. So I agree with him that that this fragrance needs buttons. So definitely not a casual scent, not a everyday kind of fragrance. Definitely only for special occasions, I would say. This fragrance also has excellent performance. I get about 10 plus hours on this fragrance with strong projection. So it has really, really good performance. It has better performance than the EDP, which is obviously to be expected with the Parfum concentration. But it's definitely a much stronger, more powerful fragrance. Now, if we compare it to the original EDP, wow, that's a big difference. The original EDP is much softer, much softer. Still spicy, but the Le Parfum is a little bit sweeter. I find it a little bit sweeter. In the Eau de Parfum, you can pick up the rum for sure, so you get that alcoholic undertone as well. So you get that booziness underneath as well. In this fragrance, in the EDP, there is leather. So I pick up the leather in this fragrance quite a lot. I'm not a massive fan of leather, so for me, that's one aspect that is kind of not letting me down, but I'm not that hyped about it. because you do get that leather note. It's not a super strong leather note. It's not like in Spice Bomb Dark Leather. In Dark Leather, it is very leathery. I will be doing a review on that one soon. So keep watching if you're keen to see that review. It's definitely not as sexy and dark. So this is more of a daily wear, or like more of a casual scent. I wouldn't say it's signature scent worthy, but it's more of a casual scent. It's not a bougie kind of fragrance where it's really dark and deep and sexy and mysterious and that kind of thing. So for me, I liked the EDP when it came out, but now that there's the Parfum is so much better, like miles better. I really, really like the Parfum. The performance on the EDP is still good, so it's not bad. You get about 8-ish hours, 8 to 9 hours, and you get moderate projection. I haven't experienced any majorly strong projection with this fragrance. But they are both very nice fragrances. I just prefer the Parfum, so I would recommend the Parfum over the Eau de Parfum. But if you're looking for more of a casual spicy fragrance, then I would go for the Eau de Parfum. But if you're looking for more of a sexy, seductive, mysterious, dark, deep fragrance, then I would go for the Parfum. It's definitely the one to go for. It's very sexy. I can't stop smelling it. It's really a divine scent. I would say that both of these fragrances are more for autumn and winter. I wouldn't say that they are spring summer fragrances. I'd say that the EDP you could wear in spring. I wouldn't say in summer, but in spring you could. But the Parfum, I guess you could wear it in spring and summer, but then only for like really, really sexy date nights. Not during the day, not in the peak of summer, not on hot days, maybe on a rainy day where it's a little bit cooler and you're going out for dinner and you want to smell really good for someone. So I think if you are going to wear it in spring and summer, then just pick the right time and the right weather for it. But both of these fragrances are really good, but I must admit I do prefer the Parfum over the EDP. So that's the end of my review. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you found this interesting, please click that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And please let me know your thoughts on this fragrance. Do you prefer the EDP or do you prefer the Parfum? I'll see you next time. Bye!